our primary interest, and I know that this is, I can speak for you in saying that this is one of your primary interests as well, is that beautiful paradox of the human and the divine. What it means to be awake in our humanness and in our divinity as well. And that real sweet spot between the two, I feel like is the common foundation that we share as teachers.
Amen. And I love that you often refer to this sweet spot, this kind of beautiful, sweet blend of bringing in an authentic way our divine, awakened nature into the real nitty-gritty, alive, human reality of the life we're living on all fronts, in all flavors, you know?
Right.
Relationships and work and walking down the street and going to the grocery store. It's all divinity and it's all human, and it's such a, you know, beautiful, once you get a taste for that sweet spot and learn how to harmonize your being with that living, embodied human reality, fleshy reality of life on planet Earth, you know, the whole thing through and through. It's quite an incredible, miraculous dance that we start to live as and live in and live with, and and that's what I think we're both so on fire about. It's like this next level of awakening. It's not just going on a retreat or going on a journey or doing sacred medicines or whatever and having those amazing awakenings and epiphanies, which are beautiful, and it's an ever deepening realization in my experience. I'm all about retreats. I'm all about whatever helps us access more and more and more of an ability to wake up to and know the truth. But in the next breath, or in the same breath, in the same living moment, okay, here as a human, as this incarnated beingness, living this life, how does that occur? And how exciting is that final frontier as we start to really, really, really hum as the awakening that we are and that we're discovering and waking up to more and more all the time. And it becomes this positive feedback loop in my experience. Like, the more awake to true nature you become, the more that can infuse your life, the more it bumps into certain specific, maybe, you know, stuck emotional imprints that you have, karmic stuff that you need to kind of dissolve and alchemize and work through. And as you do that, it allows for the consciousness to taste and know that much deeper, that much more of a fullness, that other facets and aspects of your true awakened nature. And then that will then inform the living of it. And then around and around it goes, like a positive feedback loop.
Right.
Me, that's
Right.
what I just
Absolutely
feel so on fire for, that kind of journey, that path. So many people I know, like early on in my path, the people who were all about awakening is the older generations. And it was just like awaken, you know, and people would sit 20, 30 years and finally kind of like they're going for this certain kind of realization or awakening, and that was it. But nowadays it's like people are having these awakenings, these realizations, these epiphanies, these like downloads of guidance, these intense, profound openings, and they're, you know, 18, 20, 25, 30, and even 40, 50, whatever age, but we wake up out of that and we're like, oh, I still got this life to live. I'm still like, that was great. That's wonderful. That's powerful. That's profound. But there's a full on life. It just keeps going. You don't just like disappear onto the, you know, the mountaintop once you have these realizations. You still wake up every day like, okay, whoa, I got my friends. I got going to the shopping mall. I got, you know, whatever, it's a life to live. And the awakened beingness that you are has an aliveness, has a momentum, has a movement, has an intelligence, a wisdom, a catalytic, dancing, profoundly mysterious and impossible to put into words kind of energetic or quality to it that is all about living. It is about a living of that, a dance as life, with life, in life, that is so exciting and so, it's nuanced, and it can be very, very tricky territory, but that's what we're kind of on the forefront of wanting to share with people who are on this path.
Yeah, that's right. And I think you're speaking eloquently to that, what we both call an integrated and embodied awakening. What does it mean? What does it mean to be
Exactly.
truly integrated, whole human, and also be deeply in touch and deeply centered in that divine aspect of being, and to be living it in the body, and be fully alive, with our senses, with our sexuality, be fully alive with our creativity. What does it mean to be a fully alive human while also deeply co-creating with our spiritual nature, and living from that source